So remember the video just a few days ago of me exposing Malika Andrews of trying to Me Too Jalen Rose on national television?
Get your finger out of my armpit. We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best hair in television. Get your finger out of my armpit. Get your finger out of my armpit.
So Jalen Rose has seen all the videos online of people defending him, but he didn't say what you think he would have said.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Number two, I ain't get fired from ESPN for doing that.
He definitely didn't say what I thought he would have said.
Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
Man, welcome back to another episode of Ruling Class Podcast. And of course, I'm your host, Diddy, back up in this bitch with another video. Listen, if you're new to the show, please know your boy is thirsty to grow and to drink some of this water. You can help me out by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. But don't worry, I'm going to give you a sec to do that to help me out. Listen, I appreciate you. So look, I know why you're here. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Malika Andrews, Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose has since responded. But the purpose of this video is to not only hear what Jalen Rose said and how it completely surprised me and threw me off because it's not what I thought he was going to say at all, but it raises a bigger question because for me, on this channel, I don't care to talk about celebrities. I don't care to talk about famous people. The purpose of when I talk about famous people is to relate it back to everyday life and everyday people like you and I, right? Something that we can take from it, something that we can learn from it and apply to our own lives, right? And this right here, what Jalen Rose did and demonstrated in this 30-second clip shows a bigger problem that a lot of men have when they feel like they need to take up for women. So without further ado, let's go and see what Jalen said.
For a second. Let me turn it down a little bit for a second. Some people don't address things head on because it may be good for their ego, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something loud and clear, and I even turned on the music for this one. Malika Andrews is like my little sister. She from the Bay. Like my other sister, Amina Hussein, who's a producer at Amazon that's like my sister, that worked at ESPN that got me on NBA Countdown. And let me tell y'all something that's very, very direct and clear, so ain't no gray area. First off, you damn right I hug my sister, because I'm a real one, I'm a boss, and I'm a G.
I don't even know where to start with that. First of all, you a real one, you a G. What are you, a grown man talking about you a G? What does G stand for? You a gangster? You a grown man saying you a gangster. What is being, first of all, that's ignorant to even call yourself a gangster as a grown man in your 40s and your 50s, but you a gangster. Second of all, what does being a gangster got to do with hugging your sister? What does being a gangster got to do with hugging somebody that you work with? Ain't got to do with being a gangster. I'm a real one? What is that term even? But that's besides the point. That's ignorance. Second of all, he said, you dang right I hug my sister. Yo, sister, if that's your sister, how come when she said it to you on national television, you didn't joke back with her, you didn't make a goofy comment back, and you didn't say, what are you talking about? My finger, if that's your sister, you'd play along with her. Instead, that's not what you did at all. When she said it, you pretended like you didn't hear her. And look at your face, bro. I can't let that go. Look at your face. That's the face of a man who knows that if he says the wrong thing here, it can go left. You don't feel that way if your sister said that. Your sister, Malika Andrews is your sister, and I understand in the way in which you mean it. You don't mean biological, but that's your sister, bro. So that's your play sister. Well, your play sister just tried to Me Too you in front of everybody on national television. You do realize that you could have got in trouble for that. Even if you didn't get in trouble with the people at ESPN, you could have gotten backlash on the internet, on social media, from the rest of the world that you're going to claim that you don't care about, but you all care about your public perception, especially as it pertains to making a woman uncomfortable on national television. But she's your sister? Do you not realize what she just tried to do to you, though?
Next, I didn't put my finger under her armpit.
Well, duh.
That's what we're telling you. We know that. So if this is your sister, your sister is the one who said that you put your fingers in her armpit.
Get your finger out of my armpit.
Do you know what that's implying that you were trying to do? Otherwise, why would she say it on national television? And then she followed it up with a compliment right after. the man with the best hair in television.
We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best hair in television.
Why did she make that comment, bro? It wasn't a good look for you. Now you're online defending somebody who tried to make you look bad, brother. What are you talking about, man? You look silly. And this right here is probably the biggest problem that I have with this video clip already. Because, brother, something that I realized as a kid in elementary school, in high school, in college, and even now after college in the workplace, something I realized is that when there's a woman, let alone an attractive woman, and don't let that be one of the only few women that's around, men have this thing where they want to feel obligated to try to make that woman, to have a special relationship with that woman. You secretly want to have sex with them. You secretly want to be with them, but you don't ever say that, right? Because I've always heard the question of, can men and women be friends? Is it possible for men and women to be friends? And this right here, I used to think the answer to that question was yes. Yes, it's possible. But I'm not so sure if I believe in it anymore. The last 2 or 3 years, I'm leaning more so towards no, because it's not in the nature, it's in the nature of a man to be attracted to a woman. It is in the nature of a woman to be attracted to a man. What would y'all have in common to be friends with? Right? Y'all don't have a whole lot in common. I really believe that. I think it's just against nature. Right? And I know y'all, a lot of y'all may disagree with that, and I'm open to that, and I'm okay with that. Just hop in the comment section, and we can debate that down there. But my thing is, men feel this obligation to try to act like they're friends, and they're a lot closer, and they have these special relationships with women, especially if it's a pretty woman like Malika Andrews. When Malika Andrews or these women in these workplaces, they don't have that same energy for you in return. They don't care. They understand that you're chasing them. They understand that you want to be friends with them more than they want to be friends with you. What are you talking about, Jalen Rose? People are defending you, but you hopping online calling her your sister. Bro, you're not fooling nobody. That's not your sister, bro.
If you look at the picture, I only got 4 fingers and 1 thumb, and they on her shoulder. Number 2, I ain't get fired from ESPN for doing that.
We know that already. My question for you is she really your sister, or are you just saying it on the internet for us? My question for you, Jalen, is, do you really have a relationship with Malika the way that you say, or are you just trying to keep a healthy environment in the place that you work? And if you're doing that, I respect it. But don't get on here lying, bro. Most people are taking up for you, right? A lot of people are calling out Malika for this silliness. She has a history. She has a track record of doing these sorts of things, man.
Former Michigan State star Adrian Payne was shot and killed in Orlando, Florida, early Monday morning, the Orange County Sheriff's Office said. And Payne was the 15th pick by the Atlanta Hawks in 2014. Played 4 seasons in the NBA with multiple teams. In 2018, he was waived by the Magic after he was named in a report by ESPN's Outside the Lines that he'd been involved in an alleged sexual assault at Michigan State in 2010. No charges were filed in that case. Prior to playing in the NBA, Payne was a member of the All Big Ten second team in 2 of his 4 seasons with Michigan State.
Come on, bro. What you doing? Y'all up in the comment section. Y'all give me your thoughts. I just thought this was silly, man. What kind of response was this?
Oh, yeah, Diddy got a podcast.